Hey guys, this is K, Crate, and G coming up with a broadcast how to deal with the CFW. I should probably do hashtag that. That's a good idea. Control-Freak-wife. Leave. L-E-A-V. I'm going to talk about a couple chapters. I'm working on a video ebook, and one of the things that I thought about was people in a bad relationship versus bad people in a relationship. So I came up with a lot of people always want to leave a person, leave a situation, but then I had an epiphany on how to think about what really is a control freak wife. Usually a control freak is somebody who's out of control. They want to control everything around them, about others, but not them. And I've been married, this is my second wife, and my first wife and me got along pretty good till I decided that it was time to go, because she told me it was time to go and said she was no longer interested in continuing the marriage. So I was like, oh, so she was in control, just controlled me the heck out of the relationship. Then my current wife is the love of my life. Had a crush on her since high school, and so part of it is I allow other people to control me because I feel I have no choice. So I came up with the acronym LEAVE, L-E-A-V-E. How to deal with the control freak wife. L, long-time friendship. E, embrace for endurance. A, ask not what wifey can do for you, but what can you do for wifey. V, vanity and insanity. And E, the last letter of L-E-A-V-E, each moment is precious. Now I just want to go over this because this is going to be part of my video ebook, 6 chapters. And number 1, long-time friendship. I was pretty much a long-time friend of my wife, but in reality, good relationships, you need to develop long-time friendships. And then on my behalf, I forget a lot of stuff. So I can't. So if you're really a good friend, you're not going to forget stuff. Hey, how you doing, Campbell? And that's my problem. I can't control myself. I forget stuff. I got the 10-second forget rule. You know, when you go to the fake menu at the drive-thru, the one that has all the pictures and the prices of the food but no microphone or speaker, wifey says, oh, give me number 1, no onions, no cheese, Coca-Cola. Okay, I drive up 10 feet, 10 seconds. What do you want, wifey? And she said, I just told you. You know, it goes in one ear and out the other. So for me to improve upon myself, I have to listen. Oh, that's a good one. I have that done it? No, I don't have that. That's a good L. Listen, okay? Listen to the needs of the people around you. Not necessarily your wife, but to the people around you, whether it's your boss, yourself, your kids, her parents, her family. Listen. I didn't say you have to act on every single thing, but at least listen. And then you can get a better idea of what you're dealing with. E, embrace for endurance. It's very important to embrace for the long haul. Not just for a quickie, not just for short-time romance or bromance or whatever it is, but I found that any one little hiccup, if I'm not in love with the person, or if it's not a friend, or I'm not committed to the relationship, whatever it is, whether it's a restaurant, a mobile app, whatever, if I'm not thinking for the long term, I'm gone. I'm out of there. And some people that say how to deal with the control freak, you just leave by going. That's a possibility, but a lot of times your vibration is going to attract other control freaks. I'll say that again. Just because you leave and you haven't dealt with the real root of your situation, you're going to most likely repeat it. So embrace for the long haul. Look at it as, okay, I'm going through this not just for an hour, not just for a day, not just for a weekend, not for a week, a month, but lifelong. And when you look at that for an endurance, then you can start to see how things add up. A, ask not what wifey can do for you, but what can you do for wifey? So often as guys start complaining about wifey ain't doing this, wifey can't do this, wife doesn't do this, blah, blah, blah. But ask yourself, what are you doing for the wifey? Are you going overboard? Are you going gung-ho? Are you in date mode? Are you trying to do everything possible as quick as possible to make sure she doesn't want nothing else? She doesn't need to think outside the box because you're providing everything. Here's a good one. As guys, we need to, I'm going to say it this way, we're a provider, protector, and we should be the leader. Okay? Provider, protector, and leader. What does that mean? Provide what? Protect what? Lead what? This is K. Creighton G. Talking about how to deal with the control freak wife. Thank you for joining. Go ahead and tap the screen. Tap the screen for the hearts. Most guys want their moms to be their current wife. Mommy used to take care of this. Mom, stop that. Just stop that, okay? What are you providing? Are you providing a healthy household? Are you providing a household? Are you providing revenue, income, sales? Are you providing money? Are you providing taking care of the bills? If you're not doing that, then you got to step up to the plate. Protection. What type of protection? Emotional protection. Are you just allowing somebody just to jump out and do whatever they want to do? Are you thinking of their personal welfare? So you have to protect this house, protect the household, protect the family, protect the relationship. And number 3, are you a leader? Where are you leading your family? What goals are you setting up? What type of long-range planning are you guys doing? For the most part, most relationships don't think that far. Not saying I have, but I'm just saying that's when I look at what society says our role as a husband should be, provide, protect, and lead. Well, are we providing? What are we providing? How long are we providing for? What are we protecting? How long are we protecting? What level of protection are we offering? And leading. Are we leading into a ditch? Are we leading to the next level? So we have to think about that. So as a guy, we need to be on point and start providing those things for wifey. We need to be whipped. We need to be sucker punched. We need to do the extra thing without being told, even though we are going to be told, because we're not going to remember every little micro detail. Wives are really good at that, but we need to take action upon those things. And the more that I'm going to call it, this is another one, emotional bank account. That's another good one. We need to make deposits. We need to leverage those deposits. When you try to take out $50 of your bank and you only have $40, they may not let you do that. If you write a check for $50 and you have a $40 balance, guess what? Whoever cashes the check, old school, not new school, old school, they will take the $50 and the bank will get it. Oh, we only got 40. So they will send it back to the sender and you get an account bounce of $35 or $37, whatever it is. So not only do you does the check not go through, you're charged a fee. So with an emotional bank account in a relationship, you need to have more money in than you're taking out. And if you're going to take out $50, make sure you have 55. Make sure you have 60. Make sure you think about. Do you even need this $50 purchase? Okay. Vanity and insanity, the letter V of LEAVE. Looking at life through vanity eyes. How's your hair? Hey, how you doing, method girl? How's your hair looking? How's your nails? A lot of times, I'm fortunate and blessed that my wife is what guys call low maintenance. Okay, she's cute, she's pretty, she's very smart. Hello, how you doing? But a lot of times the vanity and insanity is difficult to deal with high maintenance girls, high maintenance women. And I say this all the time. I got a long list. Fake hair, fake height, fake nails, fake eyes, fake face, fake height, fake boobs, fake nails, fake hair, fake jewelry, and want a real man. So you need to check yourself before you wreck yourself. And as a guy, we do the same thing. You know, we do the same thing. It's usually exterior things like the type of car we have, the type of shoes we have, you know, the type of ring we have, the type of watch we have, the type of aftershave, the type of cologne. You know, we want all those exterior things just, you know, that we put on. As we get more money, you know, we add more fuel to the fire, and it doesn't do anybody any good. Vanity and insanity. You need to quit it. You need to check yourself before you wreck yourself. A lot of the times, the things we do in the courting. 5'11"? Yeah, I'm 5. What am I? 5'8", 5'9", and you know what? It takes a lot of self-confidence in a man, because I remember back in my player days, I was dating a gal who was 5'11", and she was taller than me, and we got along for the most part. I never worried about the height thing, and because I was self-assured, and you know, confidence is something that's based on competence. You know, if you feel good, that's usually for guys if you do good. So in other words, if you have a skill set that you can do very well, then you feel good about whatever situation you're in. And usually, as females move up in height and in IQ and in income, there's fewer men that have the confidence to deal with you. Meaning that someone might be 6'2", but they've always gone out with women that are 5'4". And so they think because they're tall, they're right. Or, my wife's smarter than me, okay? Most women are smarter than men, but sometimes they do dip down. I always want to say the prison groupies, you know, like, what's on their freaking mind? You know, leave dude alone. You know, he's on death row. You don't need to be bothered. However, with the women, they settle for less, you know, based on what they were dealing with growing up. You know, maybe they had a bad childhood. Dad was this, dad was whatever. But back to the height, most women that if they're over 5'10", eliminate. A lot of guys are eliminated because they're intimidated by that. If you probably have a high intelligence, a lot of guys are intimidated by that. Most guys think they're right. Most guys think they're smarter than their wives. In reality, it's not true at all. But let's say, for example, your IQ is pretty high, which I'm sure it is, because you're listening to me. I'm just kidding. But most men are intimidated by smart women. You know, if a guy traditionally is a senior in high school, he's probably going to date a junior or sophomore because he thinks, well, I'm taller, I got more prestige, and I'm smarter. And that was fine in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, 1940s, 1950s, 1960s, and traditional families were a lot different then than they are now. And it was okay for the wives not to speak out. It was okay for the guys not to change the diapers of the kid. Most of the time, dads in the 40s and 50s did not do those things. You know, they rarely said, I love you. Hey, let's hang out. Let's do this. So culture has changed, but if women are very, very smart in the 40s, 50s, 60s, it was a hard road to bear because they saw the stupid men making the rules, making the money, and it's like, so you were ostracized for your intelligence. Money-wise, you know, as women make over $250,000 on their own, not a lot of men that make more than that are willing to deal with a woman making that much. You look at most of the entertainers from the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, the Ella Fitzgeralds, the famous black women. I'm going to go because I'm black. Famous black women. Most men, if they weren't making twice that, were intimidated. You know, that's why most of the time they ended up marrying their managers or agents or lawyers or whatever, because they made more money. It's very difficult for a man who's making $50,000 a year to date a woman who's making $250,000 a year. She may not have a hard time, but now, depending upon the balance of the relationship, she may always put him down for only making $50,000. He may, want to avoid his friends with her. Just talk about, well, we do this and we do that, and not really be proud of each other. There's more to a relationship than just money. And last E is what I call each moment is precious. I lost my mom last year. I lost my mother-in-law 2 years ago. My cousin, within the same week, that I lost my mother-in-law. And each moment is precious. And, I see a TV show, and people don't take life very serious. And so it's real important to treasure each and every moment. This is K. Creighton G. signing off, and thank you. Hey, wifey. I'm trying to stop my broadcast, and you don't quit hitting me. It's not even stop it. It won't shut off. Swipe down to stop.